everyone, you're watching Creative Fixes. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to fix Microsoft Store fail to initialize in Windows 11. When you open the Microsoft Store in Windows 11 and encounter something went wrong and Microsoft Store failed to initialize, it usually means the app cannot complete the startup process. Now, there are a couple of steps which you could try to get this issue resolved. Now, the first step to resolve this issue is to restart your PC and store. A fresh start often restores essential services and clear minor glitches. So you need to close all the applications, including Microsoft Store, completely. Restart your Windows and then try to open Microsoft Store and check if you're able to launch Microsoft Store. In case if you're able to launch, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Now, the next step to resolve this issue is to verify date, time, internet and proxy settings. To do this, you will have to do a right click on the start button and then click on settings. Once you're on these settings, you will have to click on time and language, and then on the right hand side you may click on date and time. Now here you will have to make sure set time zone automatically is being set to on, and also set time automatically is being set to on. Make sure these are correct. Once this is done, you will have to go to network and internet, and then on the right hand side you will have to go to proxy. Under proxy, make sure you have automatically detect settings turned on, and use proxy server needs to be turned off. There should not be any proxy server. In case if there are any proxy server, you will have to go ahead and delete those proxy server. Once this is done, confirm your internet connection is stable. In case if your internet connection is not stable, you can try to turn off the router and turn it on back, and then try to connect to the internet and check if your issue has been resolved. And try to launch Microsoft Store. You should be able to launch Microsoft Store. Now, in spite of trying all this step, and if you're still facing a problem, the next step to resolve this issue is to go ahead and reset the Microsoft Store cache on your computer. Now, corrupted cache files often trigger initialization errors. Now, to try this, you will have to do a right click on the start button and then click on run. In the run window, you may go ahead and type the command wsreset.exe and then click on OK. So for a brief period, you would see a command prompt window, and then you should have the Microsoft Store opening on your computer without any error. So in case if you're able to open Microsoft Store, you don't need to try the next step. Now, the next step to resolve this issue is to go ahead and update your Windows on your computer. So missing or outdated system components can break store functionality. Now, to update your Windows, you will have to do a right click on the start button and then click on settings. Once you're on the settings, you will have to go ahead and click on Windows Update on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side you may go ahead and click on check for the updates. In case if there are any updates to be installed, go ahead and install those updates. Once the updates are successfully installed, you would get an option to restart your computer. In case if you don't get an option to restart your computer, you may close this window, go ahead and restart your computer manually, and then try to launch Microsoft Store and check if you are able to resolve this issue. In case if you are able to resolve this issue, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Now, the next step to resolve this issue is to go ahead and repair or reset Microsoft Store app. To do this, you will have to go to the search window, and in the search window, you may go ahead and type Microsoft Store. You can do a right click on Microsoft Store and then click on App Settings. Once you're on the App Settings, you will have to locate for Terminate. This will go ahead and end all the Microsoft services on your computer. Once this is done, you may go ahead and click on repair. And while you're doing a repair or a reset, make sure you have a Microsoft account username and password handy with you, because when you're trying to launch Microsoft Store for the first time, it might ask you for the username and password. Once the repair is complete, you may go ahead and click on reset. Wait for the reset to complete. Once this is done, you may close this window, restart your computer, and then try to launch Microsoft Store and check if you are able to resolve this issue. In case if you are able to resolve this issue, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Now, the next step to resolve this issue is to go ahead and check required services, including Windows License Manager. To do this, you will have to open the services window. So you can do a right click on the start button and then click on run. In the run window, you may go ahead and type services.msc and then click on OK. This should open the services window. Now here you will have to make sure these couple of services are up and running. So first thing what you will have to do is you will have to locate for Windows Update. It would be in alphabetical order. Check if the Windows Update services is running. You can also do a right click and then click on properties. Make sure the startup type has been set to automatic. Click on apply and click on OK, and then you can do a right click and then click on restart. This will make sure the service has been set to automatic and it is running. The next thing what you will have to locate for is Microsoft Store install services. So it would be in alphabetical order. Once you locate Microsoft Store install service, repeat the same steps. You can do a right click and then click on properties. Make sure the startup type has been set to automatic. Click on apply and then click on OK. Then you can do a right click and then click on restart. Once the restart is complete, the next service what you will have to locate for is background intelligent transfer service, which is BITS. Once you locate background intelligent transfer service, repeat the same step. Do a right click, click on properties. Make sure the startup type has been set to automatic. Click on OK. Do a right click and then click on restart. Once this is done, the next service is Windows License Manager service. We'll have to locate for Windows License Manager service. Once you locate, you can do a right click, go to properties, change the startup type to automatic, click on apply and then click on OK. Do a right click and then click on restart. Once this is done, you're making sure that all these services are set to automatic and they are running. So having these services active lets the store validate, installs and initialize correctly. Once this is done, you may close this window and then you may try to launch Microsoft Store and check if you're able to resolve this issue. In case if you're able to resolve this issue, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Now the next step to resolve this issue is to go ahead and re-register Microsoft Store. To do this, you will have to open PowerShell. So to open PowerShell in the search window, you may go ahead and type PowerShell. It would be in alphabetical order. You will have to locate for Windows PowerShell. You can do a right click and then click on Run as Administrator. In case if you get a user access control prompt, you may click on yes or continue the screen. Once you have the Windows PowerShell open, you will have to copy the command from my video description and do a right click. This should paste the command for re-register Microsoft Store. Once you have this command, you will have to hit enter to execute this command. You will have to wait until this command is being successfully executed. Once the command is being successfully executed, you may close this window, restart your computer and then try to launch Microsoft Store. See if you are able to open Microsoft Store. Now all these steps should definitely fix the problem. In spite of trying all this step, if you're still facing a problem, I would suggest you to leave me a comment in the comment section so that I can come up with the possible solution. I hope this video was useful. In case if you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have a great day.